What the are you doing here, little buddy? Have a rest. Just relax. Take a load off your feet.
Welcome to Antimatters.
Hello everyone, I'm back after an amazing weekend at AntCon. I thought I'd share my AntCon experience with you all anyway. So let's jump straight in. For AntCon I had to get ready and here's a little clip from up the woods.
Hello everyone. So it's Thursday and I can't wait for AntCon. What I'm doing at the minute is I'm just going out and I'm collecting a load of leaves. Got a big bag full. Don't know how that view is. It's on selfie mode. Anyway, I've got to get all of the ants ready before I head off for a few days. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. The main worry for me is that while I'm away for a couple of days, the leafcutter ants might get a little bit hungry and I really do not want them escaping.
On Friday morning I think I got up quite early and hit the road at about 8 AM. Cruised up there pretty nice. There's a lot of 50-mile-an-hour zone, so that was a bit annoying. But headed over the Prince of Wales Bridge, the big one, not the even bigger suspension bridge that you can see off it though. But yeah, went over that one. I love that bridge. It's so massive. Yeah, cruised over that, and I was quite happy actually because it was 50 miles an hour crossing that bridge as well. It might have even been 40, and I was there doing 40. Like, yeah, this is great. I get like a great view off the bridge. And of the bridge itself. But yeah, cruised up, went past Port Talbot as well. I like seeing the steelworks there. And they have some nice hills. Eventually though, made it up to Carmarthen and parked the car, went straight over to the shop with the Pogon and Mermex bar batters. First thing I did was say hi to everyone that I spotted, and then I set my pogos up upstairs. They were my display colony for the couple days there. So I'd expected to see PJ and Billy there, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So what I did is I quickly did up it was only about 16,000 screws, just quick. No, I didn't. What I did was I spotted Billy and PJ doing all their work and stood there chatting to them for a bit, not really helping at all. But they were a good 15 hours deep in doing up screws already. I felt really bad for Billy as well, because PJ was sitting there with his little electric screwdriver thing. I guess it is an electric screwdriver, just doing up all of the nests. And Billy, he had the screwdriver, and it's a lot more work. Luckily, he's got that gaming. What do they call it? Gaming stamina. That's it. So instead of helping them two though, I turned around and headed into the ant room. I started nosing about at the setups, and some of them were still a little bit dirty, so got straight down to cleaning them. I had bought my tweezer, my pooter, cotton balls, everything I needed to give them a little spruce up. I actually enjoy cleaning out ants as well, so I was having great fun, just picking out all of the rubbish, making them look all nice and tidy. Once they were all filmed, I went to town filming the ants.
It's better than yours, damn right. It's
Once all the ants were clean at the shop, I quickly ran back to my car, grabbed all my bits, went and checked into the hotel, got that all sorted, and then went back to the shop to then go back to Weatherspoons. No, went back to the shop and then straight over to Weatherspoons and started drinking. This year I had to be a little bit careful because last year I got a little bit drunk, and I think doing it 2 years in a row, it's not a very good look. Luckily though, Paul's daughter was keeping tallies of how many drinks I'd had, and I did promise her I won't get too drunk when she'd left, so yeah, I didn't break that promise. I only had a few more drinks. Eventually they left the Weatherspoons and headed over to, I think it's called Rainbow's End, but it's like a karaoke, I think it's a gay bar, but I'm not sure. It's a karaoke bar and you can just like sing there. So a load of us were singing random songs, and that's when Pocahontas turned up. So Pocahontas, she was this random chick that was in Rainbow's End, and at first, she was like, bam, like magnets to Fran, poor Fran, and yeah, she was she was a bit crazy. She was well into the dancing, but a little bit later on, she was heading out, like quickly, like rushed off to the toilets, but she didn't make it to the toilets, and she puked in the corridor. So that's why she's called Pocahontas. Anyway, after a load of singing, I don't know what the time was, headed back to the hotel, and then the door confused me because I had a hotel key, but keys only work in one lock. But apparently not, because I walked back to the club and was like, "Oh, Billy, like we're locked out of the hotel, gonna have to party all night." But yeah, and I was prepared for that. But then Billy said, "No, you just gotta put the key in the door." Who'd have thought, like that, and just turn it, and the main door will open. So I guess it's like some special key where maybe the first like 4 teeth are encoded for like the front door, and then maybe the following teeth are encoded for the individual door or something. I don't really know much about keys. You know, I went to bed, got up about 8, had a shower quick, got all washed, and then headed straight down to breakfast. Scoffed that down as fast as I could. Met up with Billy down there as well, and we headed over to the shop. BJ and Billy had been slacking. No, they hadn't been slacking. They'd made like so many, probably like 1,000 nests, but they'd ran out of a few bits the night before because the 3D printer was being slow. So they were still putting some nests together, so quickly helped them out with that a little bit, and actually helped this time. 9:45 like turned up so fast as well, and before we knew it, it was opening time at the door. First people let in were the founding members, and I think any like concierge and things like that. And PJ had his little outfit, custom outfit too. It's all been embroidered and everything now. It's well fancy, but he had that on as well, doing meet and greet out the front. First morning was pretty crazy as well, I think. So I had a couple talks to do, and I also wanted to check out a couple other talks. The first thing I wanted to check out was definitely Sadie and PJ's ant therapy, and I thought it was hilarious. And I think everybody enjoyed it as well. It was really good to see, like, everybody thought it was great. And PJ spraying his raid at everybody.
Hello everyone, welcome to AntCon, the only place where talking about nocturnal flights gets nods of understanding instead of restraining orders. We might spend today talking about the science of ants, formic acid, foraging behaviours or different casts. But we rarely ask the real question. How are the ants feeling? Because beneath every meticulously constructed nest is a mound of emotional baggage. Unresolved pheromone issues, exploding co-workers, or one-night mating flights that end in death. And so, in the name of mental exoskeletal health, we've invited a very special guest today. She's the first board-certified insect therapist, a pioneer in ant couch-based counselling. Please give a warm welcome to... Dr. Ants England. Thank you, thank you. It is truly wonderful to be here at AntCon, hosted at the iconic Antics.
I also managed to catch Dr. Wendy and Charlotte from Swansea University's talk on Formica rufa. It was really informative, and I think soon I'm going to go out and start mapping where all of my rufa mounds that I know of are, because, well, apparently it's useful data. As I like to go out anting anyway as well, it's kind of to just record the data. If it helps other people do their ant work, then what's the harm? Because I'm going to go out anting whether I'm recording data or not, so I might as well just record it as I go. The talk though was all about how the rufa are kind of going to be reintroduced and how they're also moving and their populations are actually heading down and things like that.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
In a separate video I'll put up, I've got 33 minutes of the talk, which isn't all of it, but it's quite a lot of it. I'll stick that up in a separate video though, because yeah, you don't really want to see it in this video. I'd definitely say it would be a good thing to listen to as opposed to watch, because it's basically a rubbish camera in a dark room, but I've got all the audio. Had a lovely chat about ants as well with some of the other university people. I learned as well the acro have a special organ on their body which they rub their, I think it's their legs up, and it makes the little chirpy noise. Because I always thought it's like maybe they're just like kind of grinding their jaws together or something like that. But no, they got a special organ which lets them chirp. And I'm going to catch it on film, even though they do it really fast, like stupidly fast. After nerding out on the ants though, I headed outside and caught a little bit of Paul and his kids hosting the Scape-Off. They hosted it last year because somebody bailed and I didn't manage to catch it, but they were absolutely brilliant at it. They ended up with some really pretty tanks, I think. Next thing I remember, on the Saturday I was hosting a game show, and this year it did Family Fortunes, or Family Feud if it's like in America. I thought it went quite well as well. They got a load of people to fill out the little surveys to make up the answers for the like, our survey said wee, and just went with that. Had some amazing contestants and I think they had fun, so if you ask me I think it was a success as long as they had some fun. The rules were a little bit bendy. But somewhere you keep your ants. Oh, I was there last time. Your ants. In a terrarium. What we got? Oh, here he is. We haven't got a terrarium. Oh, actually, no, I can go under nest/popper. That's number one answer, nest/popper. Oh, places to keep your ants. There was a great comeback though from Billy and his team on the Saturday. I fully thought the other chaps on the kind of my right side were gonna win. But then at the end, bam, a few questions, they got like a roll and they overtook. After the game show was the auction as well, and some people got some great deals on some tanks, I think. I like the look of some of them, so I was there bidding myself and managed to win this tank here, that one. I mostly got it because this plant here, like, I love it, it's like a mini tree. I spotted it in like another setup at AntCon. Well, it wasn't actually the same plant, but I thought it was in the Formica rufa tank that was on display. But I just like it, it's like a mini tree, and it's all fuzzy and stuff as well. It also has some wood lice, some giant big white wood lice in there. And I threw in a load of cuttings because there was some space. After the auction came Ewan's favourite part. I'm pretty sure he's a giant cheater. Maybe he has a little watch, and as soon as Rich is about to pull out a ticket, he clicks his little watch and stops time and walks up to the stage, takes the actual winning person's ticket out of Rich's hand while he's frozen, puts his ticket in there, and then goes and sits back down again and starts the timer again. Every year he wins the top prize, and I mean every year as well. His luck is beyond unbelievable now. You just start questioning it, like, how is he doing this? Like, how is he making his ticket do it every year? Once the raffle was all done though, had a few little closing words from Rich, and the first day of AntCon was well finished at the shop, but a lot of people headed over to Wetherspoons and we all got dinner. And also a load of food too, because all day Saturday, I think me, Billy, I'm not sure about PJ, but they've been doing it the day before as well, but you're just so busy that you don't get the opportunity to like, or get hungry at all. It's not like you're not kind of, oh, I need to go and eat. You're just too busy to even think. And then you realise, oh my god, I got up this morning, I had breakfast, but since like 8 o'clock this morning, I haven't eaten anything. And it's like, what's the time now? And it'll be like, oh it's about 8 PM. But that's how good AntCon is, like, you don't even need food. Anyway, got to Wetherspoons, ate up, and a lot of us were, I think, quite tired from the kind of hectic day and the night before, and a little bit of the day before for a lot of them as well, because, yeah, some of the, well, like Sadie, Sam, Matt, I guess Rich, and all the other little helpers, some of them have been there kind of doing little bits for AntCon since the beginning of the week at least. And Rich has probably been doing paperwork since the beginning of last year, or since AntCon ended last year. So loads of work was being done for the whole week before. So yeah. I think the Saturday night though, everyone was a little bit kind of tired, but we all kind of said goodbye to everybody that was only there for one day. And I think at about 10 odd, cruised back to the hotel, went to bed. Although did not drink enough because I could not sleep at all on the Saturday night. I think I got to bed at about at least midnight odd, and yeah, then got up, just was up half the night. Got up at 6 in the end there, and was like, that would do. Had to wait around till about 8, but eventually, when the breakfast rolled around, headed down, got me breakfast, saw Billy again, was parked next to him today as well. It's quite a good placement, because the numbers, like, they seem to move a lot. But yeah, met up with Billy down there, and after breakfast, headed back over to the shop. To be more prepared as well, got to the shop, and then headed out of the shop again with PJ, I think, and we got some food, because didn't want to be caught unprepared like the day before. So just quickly ate some more food, so that was all sorted. Avoided the sandwiches as well, because they were already out of date, and they were just sitting there, and it was like, I was going to get tuna and cucumber sandwich, but then I looked at the use by date and was like, I don't think I really want food poisoning and like doing all of this stuff at the same time, so I avoided the sandwiches. Before long though, everything was starting to open up again. On the Sunday morning there was not too much to do, to be honest. It was all prepared, I think a lot of it the night before. All that was really left to do was put together a few more nests. I'll show you the nests that we're putting together. There's a few of like these, and all that was left to do was put on the kind of the little piece here, but we ran out the day before, so they had to get cut. But in the morning, me and PJ were whacking a few of these together. Eventually PJ had to leave because he had to put on his ant costume again and go meet everybody outside. I stayed upstairs though, doing the last few. There wasn't many though, PJ had done most of them. I think I only did about 10. Was joined as well by Nell and Rich, who were helping put all the goodie bags together. And yeah, we got it all done. I think without their help, like, might have been a bit late, but we're on it. It's good teamwork up there. So the second day went much like the day before. Did actually have to do a little bit more on the Sunday because I had to host the escape off as well. But generally, like, the whole vibe was really nice and chilled on the Sunday. The Saturday was, I wouldn't say hectic. It was like buzzing, but it was yeah, there was a lot of people. Whereas the Sunday there was a few less people, and some of the people had already come the day before, so they were here for like different parts. It kind of meant that everyone spread around like really nicely, and yeah, you could chat to people easily and everything like that. The day before as well, I'd been told that I need to check out the Black Bog Talk by Paul or Ants Ramblings on YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel while I'm here. But he told me I need to watch the Black Bog talk too, so on the Sunday I made sure that I got in there when the Black Bog talk was going, and you're spot on. I thought it was brilliant. Well, pretty rare in Wales. I think there's only sort of in parts of England. So this ant was discovered here, and it improves my identification skills. We've got 60 plus species of ant in the UK, and most of them are little pigs. He also had a little book list at the end, and while I was sitting there, I've ordered up that one. This book is just excellent. Yeah, I think it was about £15 maybe, but it has like loads of things for identifying things, like all the different bits and stuff. It's basically like a really good ant ID book, and you can tell, oh, what ants are what. It also, the Black Bog, after seeing Wendy's talk all about the Formica and thinking, oh, I'm going to go and map them, and then I watched the Black Bog, the Bog Ant talk, and I don't know, it all came together. So now I've got this book for IDing, and I'm going to go out like Ash Ketchum, and I'm going to catch them all of the native ants in England. Specifically, like, I'm not going to go UK yet, because that's quite big, and getting to Scotland would be a lot better at the minute, but like all of the ants in England, I think I'm going to try and find them and properly identify them, and yeah, I think that could be a good bit of fun. I think it'll involve a few holidays as well. That's something though that AntCon this year, it's like definitely, I've got that idea for the year coming forward. Also, my speech was on captive breeding, and I've got to make a special machine for basically creating like mini worlds inside of a box. I'm so ready for like the year to come. Unfortunately, the clock never stops as well, so before long on the Sunday, it was like nearing the end. Luckily, Ewan hadn't entered any of the raffles that day, so he didn't win any. Someone else won the top prize, which was good to see. And then it was, well, all over. I think last year on the Sunday, everybody had just kind of left here and there because it wasn't a proper day. It was just kind of a turn up if you want to have a chat and like pick up your bits and bobs. But it was really nice this year because after the event, some of us went to the Wetherspoons and had kind of a final little bit of a kind of food before we kind of travelled and stuff like that. But it was nice seeing everyone for that one last time. Personally, if you ask me if the event was a success, I'd say, oh, most definitely. I think it seemed like everyone was having great fun. I definitely had great fun, and it's just really nice being in the presence of like-minded people that you can talk ants to. Another thing I like as well is seeing the familiar faces again, and every year you get a new bunch of faces as well, and you never know, like, oh, gonna see you next year, and it's like, I think so. I also got some ants, but I'm not going to say what the ants are in this video because I'm going to do an ant room tour next video. If you're thinking of going to AntCon next year and you haven't been before, definitely do it because it's like a great bunch of people. None of us are too scary or anything. Everyone's just there for like a good time. It's definitely worth travelling, I think, as well for. I'd do it again any day. I'm quite looking forward to it as well, and it might be worth keeping an eye on Ants England's channel because, well, I'm not really looking forward to it, but she's probably got lots of embarrassing footage of everybody. I think Sadie was definitely on it this year with the filming, so I can't wait for the video. But yeah, I had an excellent AntCon. Finally, on today's video, I'd like to thank everybody at Antics too for just like putting it all together. Without you lot holding it down like all year round and then putting in all of that effort for like the weeks before and like weeks after, because you've got to put all the escape rooms up, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much for that, and thank you to all the people that make AntCon what it is, because it's like everybody together that makes AntCon, I think, so amazing. But yeah, that's my AntCon this year. I didn't manage to film half of what I wanted to film, but I was too busy having an excellent time. I was kind of staff or crew, supposed to be doing work, but it did not feel like I was doing any work at all. Like, it was just having fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Till next time, have a fabulous week. May your ants live long and prosper, and bye.